welcome back to all the beautiful viewers back at home. This is day 9 of TuksVivor 2025, and it's also the last tribal council that you have the privilege to attend, where we're going to see who's the winner of TuksVivor 2025. We also have a few special guests in the studio tonight. We've got the TuksVivor 2025 cast. Let's hear them. And we also have a very special guest, Malawandla, who won the first TuksVivor ever. Let's give him a round of applause. Malawandla was the first TuksVivor winner back in 2021 when we just started this idea, and since then this series just grew and grew, and we had just more drama, more special moments, and we hope to continue doing that. So if you're back at home, you're interested in entering, make sure you enter TuksRay's website. Tell us that you are interested to enter TuksVivor for 2026, and you might end up sitting here in the final 3. Talking about the final 3, let's invite them in. Let's invite in Amber, Shaw, and Anele. Welcome, guys. Please just one seat further, Amber. There we go. Thank you. And let's also welcome the jury members in Kamo, Owen, PK, Salmo, Putleb Nkosi, Lisa, and lately voted out Mr. Fourie. There you have it. Before we continue, let's just recap. There's a recap video of what happened so that you guys back at home, if you missed anything today, here's a little recap video before we get this tribal council going. And there you go, a complete. And there you go, a complete recap of the season number 4 of TuksVivor 2025, and that was just amazing to see an entire recap in 3 minutes. Thanks so much for the entire production team. So let's get down to business. This is how it's going to work. We're going to give the jury the privilege to ask a question or two. Well, actually just one question. Jury, this is how it's going to work. Each one of you will have the option to ask one of the final 3 members, only one, a question. You guys will then have to answer that question if it's addressed to you. You don't have to look back. You can just stay facing me, answer the question facing me, so that everyone back at home can also see your guys' faces and hear the answer properly. All right. So congratulations for making it here, guys. This is the final stage of TuksVivor. It's a privilege, as not a lot of people get to experience TuksVivor. First of all, it's really not a lot of people get the privilege to sit here where you are sitting right now. So please remember that this is still just a game, and we have to determine who the winner is. So let's get closer to that. Okay, jury members, Kamu, what is your question and who is it addressed to?
Anele, you played a really smart game. What motivated you throughout the competition?
I think it's honesty. Also with my alliance as well, they motivated me. The first ever alliance I got, they always said, Anele, I'm rooting for you, you're going to do good, although I didn't believe in myself, and I felt like that pushed me. Although we separated when I trouble stopped, but I feel like my alliance has also played a role in me to play a smart game, because after switching tribes, I decided that I need to play a smart game now, because I'm like basically staying with people that I don't know, that I have to start learning from the start and have to start earning their trust, and I feel like I did the right thing.
Okay, Kamu, did that answer your question? Okay. Owen, what is your question? Who is it addressed to?
Congratulations, you guys. Amber, do you think you deserved to win when your best friend was the one pulling all the shots, making all the moves, and you were hiding behind her and then voting her off at your convenience?
Thank you for the question. So I definitely feel like I do deserve to win. The statement that I hid behind my best friend is really not true, because we both knew it was a team effort, and a lot of times it was like us making different decisions, us deciding together whether we were gonna vote someone out, and I never voted for someone I didn't want out. Like, I always played following my heart and following my own head. So I don't think that's true. I feel like it definitely seemed that way, and I feel like it could appear that way, but I chose to play more of a low-key game and behind the scenes, if that makes sense. And I feel like all of you know, like, I spoke to all of you, I made my own decisions, and then, for example, the vote on Tiamo, like, that's an example that comes to mind, where Lisa wanted to vote Shoal out, wanted to play her idol to get Shoal out, and I knew, okay, Tiamo and I didn't have any relationship beforehand, and I could see myself working with Shoal, so I just said, no, like, that's not going to be the vote, I didn't want to vote that way. And yeah, he's still here, so I think you all know what happened. So yeah, that's my opinion, and that's why I think I deserve to win. I would root for myself.
Thank you for that answer, Amber. PK, what is your question and who's it addressed to?
Congrats, guys. Anele, in comparison to Charl and Amber, what makes you the better player?
I think what makes me a better player in comparison of them is my honesty. I think, as much as we know this is a lying and manipulation game, I think I was honest to my members, my alliances, like 80% of the time. I was up and honest with them, upfront and honest with them. I think what like makes me shine out of the both of them is definitely my honesty. Even my last alliance, I was honest with them until the very end. They knew the in and outs of my new alliance. So yeah, I think that's it.
Thank you for the answer, Anele. Salmo.
Congratulations, you three. My question is to Charles. So, Charles, at the last challenge, we saw you are really quick at making fire. However, on the first night, there are two different stories at how you got your fire started. One involving rubbing two sticks for 3 hours, the other involving a smuggled in lighter. Please tell us what really happened that night.
So, Samuel, I'm sticking by, we sat there for 3 hours and we worked at it. The other kid vouched, where is Steph in the back, and there's others as well that can vouch. We sat there and we worked, and eventually we got the fire going. So, I'm sticking with it.
Charles is sticking with the fact that they got the fire in a fair way, and that question is going to come up a bit later if we've got the entire cast on the floor as well, and then we're going to see if it's still the same story. Thank you, Salmo. Bootleven Kosi.
This question is to Anele. If I may, chappies, if I can ask Anele to look me in the eyes as I ask this question. Anele, Chomi. You know, knowing what we've talked about, knowing what we've been through and our struggles, how did you feel voting me out and not communicating that with me?
Okay, I think obviously I felt bad because Buhle was my go-to person, was my first person. But then coming back, as I said, coming back from another tribe and obviously creating new alliances, I made her know that I was with that alliance, but I was trying to go back to my old alliance, which I tried to help her to get to my alliance. At some point, I told her, you have to work with me in order for us to get to top 6. Try to earn their trust and try to be with me because I really need you on my side. But I think at some point you help a person until a certain stage. I think I helped her to a certain stage, and I saw that I can't help you because now if I help you any further, I'm going to put myself in your shoes and I'm going to be voted out because I wanted to earn my trust in them as well. As much as that you are my friend, but I had to play the game as well, and I'm sorry I had to slide you at the end, but I feel like I didn't have any options. And I told you many times, you know, at camp I always told you my hands are tied. You don't wanna do what I say. I always told you every trouble cancel, please do this, and you do your other way, and I'll be like, yo Buhle, you're putting yourself in this, and I'm slowly trying to pull you, but I can't. I got to an end where I couldn't, and I had to let you go.
Thank you for the answer, Nele. Lisa.
Congratulations, everyone. You guys have definitely outlasted all of us, so just well done for that. My question is to Amber. At the last challenge, the fire-making challenge, you chose Anele to sit next to you at Final 3 because you made that promise to her. I just want to know when and why you broke that promise with me, because you also had a Final 3 promise to me. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for the question once again. And then, like you said, we did make that promise. That we three were going to sit in the final 3, you and Anele. And basically, so from merge, I could see, okay, we made that final 5, what do you call it, like promise, the 5 of us with Alwyn as well. And then after Alwyn won the challenge, like the first immunity challenge, that's when I started to realize, okay, I'm not playing this game well enough. Like, if I'm going to sit with these 5 people at the end, these 4 people at the end, I'm not going to win. Like, I wouldn't vote for myself. So that's when my game completely shifted. And that's when, I don't want to say I put all, like I lied necessarily or anything, but that's when I started playing for myself, if that makes sense. So, we all know that you played a very good game. Like, Lisa, you really did stunning, but I knew that sitting here I wouldn't win against you. So unfortunately it is a game and promises were made, but once again it's a game. We all lied, we all made promises we didn't keep, we all lied. So unfortunately that was one that I broke. And then speaking about Anele, yes, I made the promise to her, but then also the reasoning for my decision behind putting Shawl and Furi at the fire making challenge was I thought Furi would do a bit better. Like, I thought you had this in the bag. So, because I knew Shawl played a pretty good game, and I was a bit scared of him, so I really wanted Fury to take him out, if that makes sense. That's not what happened, but yeah, so I did promise Anele, but that wasn't the main reason behind my decision.
Thank you.
Free.
Well done, guys. My question is for Shaul. Shaul, if you had a specific move or strategic plan you had during the game that makes you the reason why you are here now, which one would it be?
During the game, thanks for the question. During the game, I did have quite a few plans up my sleeve, and but the one that I benefited most from is I always played the game that the odds were in my favor. I always made sure I had people I trust on both sides, so that if I feel someone is turning on me, I can switch over and take them down. If you look at the first merge vote, I have 4 votes against me, and after that, the 4 players that voted against me were out in an instant. So I feel the best part of my game was playing the people and making sure I have people that trust me, to which I can turn to.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shaul. All right, and that is the jury members' questions. So, next, final 3. Each one of you will have the opportunity to make a closing statement or argument why you should get the jury members' votes. So, Anele,
Should I look at them?
you can just look to me and you can make your closing statement.
Okay, to close off, I think I deserve to win the game because I played an honest game to myself. Most importantly, coming here, I told myself I'm going to be honest to myself. I'm going to be loyal to the people that I'm working with. And I feel like I stuck to that till the very end. My first alliance, I was honest with them. I was true to them until I had to travel swap, until I went to another alliance and I had to build a trust on them. And I built a trust on someone, and that person that I promise that if you work with me, I promise I will be loyal to you. We worked together until the final 3, and I think with my previous alliance, when I moved alliances, they knew what was going on. I was up and honest with them. I was honest about how I changed tribes because I had to survive. I used to tell them every day that, guys, I don't have a choice. I have to do what I had to do. I tried to take some of my members with me, but they were not willing to go with me. They wanted to stay in their tribe, in their alliance, although the alliance was finishing like day by day. Although I tried to keep a few, I feel like I deserve to win because I stuck to my honesty. I played a loyal game. I never staked anyone. I was true to myself until the very end.
Thank you, Anele. Sure.
Guys, first of all, it was an honor of playing with all of you. And my closing statement is going to be, I feel like I played a game where I had quite a bit of control over the game. Like I explained, I always had a side to turn to. I also feel I might be one of the only people sitting up here who truly got here by his own and worked his way up by playing physical and being strategic and social at all time. So at the end of the day, I feel I played an excellent game, and I think most people would be able to agree if they look at it that way. And yeah, that's why I believe I deserve to win.
Thank you, Shaul. Amber.
Yes, I also just want to say, it was really an amazing experience, and just being here with all of you was the real experience. So, of course, I believe that I should win. How I thought about it, since I was playing, was just, I want to play a game that if I was sitting at home, I would root for myself, or if I were on the jury, I would vote for myself. So I looked at players from the past and played that sort of game. So I feel like all 3 pillars of my game were pretty strong. I wasn't necessarily the biggest physical threat, but at the end I did win 2 immunities. And mentally, I feel like I really stuck it out. I was also always positive, always did well. And then I feel like my best part of my game was the social aspect. I think most of the votes, except one, I was always on the right side of the vote. So I think that plays to or that speaks for the way I played my game. I always knew where I was standing, and Yeah, so you say that maybe I hid behind some people, but like I said, when I realized I couldn't win these people, I had to go against them, and unfortunately, the name of the game is outwitting and outlasting, and that's just what I did.
Thank you, Amber. And now it's time to vote. Jury, you know how this works. One by one, you're going to get up, you're going to go to the voting booth, and this time round, you're going to write down the person's name who you would like to win. Let's start with Kamo. Kamo, you're up first. Okay, the jury cast their votes. I'll go tally the votes. I'll read the votes. Person with the most votes will be the TuksVivor winner. First vote, Shawl. That's one vote, Shawl. Second vote, Amber. It's one vote, Shawl, one vote, Amber. Third vote, Anele. It's one vote, Anele, one vote, Shawl, one vote, Amber. Amber. It's two votes, Amber, one vote, Shawl, one vote, Anele. Anele. It's two votes, Anele, one vote, Shawl, two votes, Amber. Anele. It's three votes, Anele, one vote, Shawl, two votes, Amber. Amber. That's three votes, Amber, three votes, Anele. We've got a split. So this is how it's going to work. The jury is going to re-vote, but they can only vote for Anele or Amber. All right, jury, do you understand the task at hand? You can only vote for Anele or Amber. Kamal, you're up first. Please take the urn with you. here we've got the name of the winner, and the winner is It's a Beautiful Day. Before we get to the votes, let's just round of applause for Charles for making it third place. Charles, so the jury members didn't necessarily think that your game was good enough, but a placement doesn't matter in this game. What you take back home determines whether you win or not. And I think you won a lot. Now I'd like to take you up for a fire-making challenge at some stage. Okay, guys, so with me I've got the cast for TuksVivor 2025, a beautiful cast. And we've also got the special guest, Malawandla. And Malawandla was the first winner of TuksVivor 2021 when it was chaotic. We just, bootstrapped TuksVivor idea, and everyone just pitched in and loved the idea. And we had it on the RAG grounds, if I'm not mistaken, RAG grounds, and it was really amazing season as well. But Malawandla, did you watch this season? And how does it compare to what your season was like? If you can just give us some feedback, what was this season like compared to yours?
I could say my season was crap.
So was this season? What made this season so much better than yours? Would you say?
I'd say the days, so it was much longer.
How much days was yours again?
3 days.
No, was it 3 days?
Yeah, it was 3
wow.
days.
Okay, that's you will obviously remember because you were submerged in this whole experience.
Yes.
Yeah, so 3 days versus 9 days.
Days.
It's three times longer.
Yes, exactly. Yeah? And the challenges are crazier. Yeah, and I must say the level of gameplay has really, really improved. So yeah, it really did get better with time.
Wow, to get that from the first winner means a lot. And just tell me, so do you see yourself playing again in the future if you get the opportunity?
Yeah, definitely, yes.
Okay, so maybe we've got enough players to host a fans versus favorites, But then we're going to have to get a lot of people entering for the next season. And I think it'll be interesting to see a few returning players and see if you make some changes, if you take some more risks, or if you stay less or more loyal. It's going to be really... Loyalty is quite a big topic in this season, although it's a game of deception. So Malawandla, but thank you so much for being here. It's really interesting and good to have you and hear your perspective. Let's get to a few questions for the rest of the cast. So the first question that's on everyone's mind is a question that Charles touched on, and that is the fire that started the first night at Ignis. So the story, for the viewers back at home, the story that we were told is that they used the proper fire-making method by using 2 sticks and friction and so forth, and they went at it for 3 hours, and all of a sudden there was this little spark. But we also heard a story from a snitch. Who is? And apparently this story goes as follows. There were workers on their way back from Intundla Lodge. And one of the tribe members saw it as an opportunity to just go and say, "Listen, sir, can I please have a lighter?" And he got a lighter or matches, one of the two. And then the fire started by using the lighter without too many people seeing it, because I believe some of the tribe members didn't see the fire getting started. They just saw this flame. So we just want to know what the real story is. Who wants to explain this to us? Just hand the mic to... Guys, the game is over. You can't get voted out anymore. But we need the truth. Because honestly, it's not easy to make a fire by rubbing 2 sticks together in the bush. Yeah. Kali's got the mic there at the back. I hope everyone can see him. Kali.
Okay.
The truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
The whole truth. Okay, the truth is, there was actually a lighter.
But was it used? Okay.
There was actually a lighter, but I'm not sure whether it was used or not.
That is interesting.
By the time the fire was set up, I wasn't there. I came running for it.
Okay, so the lighter laid there. You got the lighter.
Yeah. Yes.
But you put it there for someone else just to kind of use it and so that
Because
you.
I didn't set the fire on.
All right, so we know Kali didn't set the fire, so some of the other tribe members must have used the lighter to set the fire. Who's going to be brave enough and put their hand up? Oh, sure, once. Sure, if you said this in your closing argument, you would have won.
Chappies, like you said, this is a game of deception. So now we're getting there. So the moral of the story is someone did go fetch a lighter from someone, from a worker walking back from Intundla. And before he did it, we actually came up with the idea of making fire the traditional way with 2 sticks. And we sat at it and we worked and we worked. Ask all of my Ignis members here. We worked and it was smoking. The wood was smoking. We dreamed of fire because there was smoke. And then it didn't have a spark. So somehow they did manage a spark eventually and there were flames. And that's the whole story.
Now you still have me confused. So the spark, did the spark come from the lighter?
No, we can't say that part. You have to figure it out. It's Survivor.
Oh, okay. I read between the lines. Okay, so crew, take notes. We're going to make sure there's no lighters in the camps next year. We're going to make sure. Sure, thank you for clearing that up. I think we all got the answer now. And thank you for being brave enough to put the answer out there. Okay, another question for the Ignis tribe. So there was a hidden immunity idol, and it was never played. So PK mentioned that he left it at camp at some stage, but it was never seen. So can someone just tell us what happened to that idol?
Chappies, the one that PK had wasn't an idol. It was Salmon's tricky play, which PK found. The real idol is with me. I never felt the reason to play it, and I still have it in my possession.
Sure. What?
Chappies, I found it probably 15 minutes into the first day, but like I told you, I played this game with total control in the back of my hand.
Wow. Okay, I just want to say one thing while we are at it. Knowing that now, but it's now, obviously you should have said that info now. Knowing that info now, would that have changed anyone's votes at the back or not? Well, raise a hand. Raise a hand so that we can see. There's
Lisa,
one
you
hand,
knew.
2 hand. I just want to see it.
All 3 of them knew, chappies. I told them yesterday, so they mustn't lie now.
Oh, okay. So Charles just said, but you guys knew that. But did you want him to say it in the closing argument?
What difference would have made?
Sorry, Furi, I'll repeat your answer. Okay, so Furi says he knew about the fake idol. Just for the viewers back at home, Salmoor, the Bushman, he made a fight. He was called the Bushman because he was just like making shelter and getting everyone food and so forth. He made a fake idol for someone else to find, and it seems like PK fell for it. And then Shaw found the actual idol and kept it right to the end of the game. Never played it, never mentioned it to anyone except his close alliance members, so he says. And that is very, very interesting play, Shaw, to have that idol in your pocket and not playing it at all. It says a lot about your gameplay. So tap on the back for that. Yo. So I would have just worked it in my closing argument because I would have put that on my shoulder when I closed the argument and say, take this, guys. All right. Sure, thank you for that clarity. So this next question is to Lisa. Can we just get this mic to Lisa at the back? Okay, Lisa, how did you find 2 immunity idols and did people see you get it?
Well, I don't think they did see me get it, chappies. So the first idol I found it in that log in the middle. was in one of the halls. I woke up one morning, like over this whole night thing, because I think all of us experienced the evenings were absolutely the worst. And I literally just lay against this the tree stump, and something caught my eye, and I said, that is not just random. So what I did was, there were a lot of people around the log at that time, and I took some tree bark and I just like kind of covered it, because only from the angle I was sitting at you could see it. And I was scared people will like look at me and say, yo, she's been at that angle for quite a long time. So I covered it with tree bark and I walked away, and I I don't know, try to keep my mind distracted. And just as we were about to head off to a challenge, I quickly went to go grab it and hid it in my pocket. I know the #1 survivor rule is to never tell anyone that you have an idol, and I didn't do that up until the point where we tribe swatched at Ignis, and I actually went to Amber and I told her about the idol, because I wanted to pull a blindside on Shoal to get something on my resume, but I didn't end up doing that. And then the second idol, oh yeah, and then I played that idol obviously for Alwyn. The second idol, this one was quite funny. I knew I was on the chopping block, people were coming for me, and I was laying in the shed, and I just thought, oh no man, I'm in any way going out tonight, I'm gonna go look for an idol. And I publicly told everyone, guys, I'm gonna go look for an idol. So I went to all the trees, digging in the trees, and I went back to that log. And TuksVivor, in another hole, I see a white thing. I couldn't believe it. And again, it was so awkward because everyone's like kind of watching me, but not. And then the pot, the cooking pot was there, so I just randomly sat on the pot. I think it must have been very, very awkward. And I put my hand in and I got it. And then I told Amber, Amber, say you need to go to the bathroom. Amber, say you need to go to the bathroom, that I could go with her. And yeah, that's what happened. So Amber then knew about that one, and then Shoal later on also knew about that one. So that's my idol story.
Lisa, thank you so much for the answer. We have so much more questions that we wanted to ask the rest of the cast, but because of the live streaming on YouTube, we might get cut out, so they only have a limited time that we can stream. So I think it's important that we get to the important stuff. Just want to say thank you to all of the castaways that entered. Without you, it would not have been possible. The amazing crew, thank you so much for this beautiful production. EmergiMed was the medics. Intudla Lodge, Thirsty Water, Createch Technologies, Ethnic Solutions, TS Networking, Beautifiers, RGB Creative, Stage Alive Production House, and then of course the product and series owner for making this event possible, TuksVivor and the University of Pretoria. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, so we're about to announce the winner, but before we get there, I also just want to say the person winning second prize will win 10,000 Rand as well, which is nice, in second place. And we've got a fan favorite. Before we announce the fan favorite, there's a winner, one of the people back at home who won the Apple HomePod speaker and carry case. That is Hannah the Cock. Congratulations, Hannah. And the fan favorite of Season 4 TuksVivor, winning 5,000 Rand with close to 40% of the votes, is Salmo. All right, guys, and that is it. Now to the most important vote. Let's get to it. Okay, are you guys ready to get to the winner of TuksVivor 2025? Also, the first time it's going to be a lady. Yeah. All right, guys, let's read the votes. First vote, Anele. That's one vote, Anele. Second vote, Amber. That's one vote, Amber. Third vote, Anele. That's two votes, Anele, one vote, Amber. Fourth vote, Amber. That's two votes, Amber, two votes, Anele. Fifth vote, Anele. That's three votes, Anele, two votes, Amber, two votes left. Sixth vote, Amber. That's three votes, Amber, three votes, Anele. And the last vote, and the person winning, it's a beautiful day. The person winning TuksVivor 2025 and the 20,000 Rand that goes along with it is Amber. Stand up.